Let's discuss now. Congressman Raja Krishnamurthi, an Illinois Democrat who is a member of both the Oversight and Intelligence Committees, and so you get a chance. Good evening, by the way. You're going to get a chance to be there and question him twice, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a doubleheader. He's going to be in Oversight tomorrow for open session, and then on Thursday in closed session with the Intelligence Committee.
You don't have a lot of time to question, right? What are you going to focus on?
Yeah, we only have about 5 minutes per person. I think I'm going to be focusing on some of the president's business practices, including some of his intimidation tactics that he's used in the past to silence people and to make sure that people don't necessarily air details of wrongdoing, which is a big problem for us.
Yeah. So listen, Matthew Rosenberg from the New York Times was just on. I thought he brought up a very good point, where he said, just let him talk. This isn't a time for lawmakers to be grandstanding because you don't have a lot of time.
Yes.
Just let him talk because you may get more out of that. Do you agree with that strategy?
I really do. I mean,
this is about the American people tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that the American people want to evaluate his credibility. They've heard a lot of different details coming from him. But at the same time, he was convicted of lying before Congress. And so I think that people want to know, okay, is he telling the truth? What does he know about the president? What does he know about the president's conduct? And what kind of wrongdoing happened in 2016 or even now?
Okay, so listen, behind closed doors, I think you have a little bit more leeway with questioning him, right? Is this where you're going to ask about Russia or about the Moscow Tower project?
Correct. Yeah, so there are two reasons why it's closed door. One, because there's an ongoing investigation and we don't want his testimony to shape, influence, or taint anyone else's testimony. And then two, he may share classified information, or the questions asked of him may share classified information. So that obviously can't be aired in the open.
So he has pleaded guilty to lying to Congress. So how important will it be for Michael Cohen to show us some receipts, provide some documents, back up anything that he divulges?
I think that would be very useful and important, but as important, I mean, is just how he tells his story. He said he wants to say it in his own voice. How sincere he comes across, how specific, how consistent his statements are with other statements. I think those are all factors that people are going to weigh in deciding, is he credible?
Yeah. So, what we said, is he credible? He certainly doesn't want to make things worse for himself, because if he lies...
Exactly.
Right? Doesn't he stand a chance of going to prison?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nobody knows the consequences more than Michael Cohen of lying to Congress. He knows it in months and years at this point.
So I played earlier in the show, I played the conversation, remember, with Michael Cohen. We need to do that. He's like, oh, in case he gets hit by a bus or whatever, we got to make these payments. We're going to do it cash. And he's like, no, I'll take care of it. Could we end up hearing more recordings?
I don't know about that. I think that I've heard that he may produce some documents, but I haven't heard anything about a recording yet.
What kind of documents have you heard? Any?
Well, I mean, look, I only know what I read in the press with regard to him potentially bringing signed checks or other information that details payments and that kind of thing.
I want to put this up. Okay, let's just read it. Hey, Michael Cohen. Do your wife and father-in-law know about your girlfriends? Maybe tonight would be a good time for that chat. I wonder if she'll remain faithful when you're in prison. She's about to learn a lot. That's your colleague, Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz, threatening Michael Cohen via Twitter. What do you say to that? He's an ardent Trump ally. Is that witness intimidation?
Look, I don't think tomorrow should be about, who broke vows. It's about who broke laws, okay? And we shouldn't go into the gutter here. I think that this type of conduct is intimidation. It's a threat. And I don't think that is acceptable. We shouldn't run this committee like a mob. This is very serious business. Let's listen to Michael Cohen. Let's see what he has to say. Let's try to figure out if wrongdoing occurred. I think it did. And then how do we fix the laws, rules, and regulations to prevent it from happening again? That is the mission of oversight.
Is that outside the conduct, or should a sitting congressman be better than that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very disappointed in this type of conduct. It has no place in Congress.
Yeah. Thank you, Congressman. I appreciate your time.
Thank you
very much. Please come back and let us know.
Absolutely. Thank you.